That's fucking awesome. You're so smart.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Box Talks. To my right, I have Donovan Dwellis.
Hello.
Living in downtown LA now. Ooh. We got Stephen Anthony Salazar. And I am Leche. So today's topic is going to be delivered by Mr. Donovan Dwellis himself, Mr. Adam. Dad, what is the topic of today?
He's really going to call me dad right now.
What's so funny, John? His name is Donovan Adam Dwellis, bro. He's dad, bro.
Come on, Dad.
I prefer Zad.
You got it, Dad.
So my topic of the day for the second week in a row is so it came about because I was having a conversation with one of my best friends the other day, and she was kind of venting her frustration with how she feels like she doesn't really have a lane to pursue. Like, she doesn't know what she wants to do and kind of feeling like she's behind. So it got me thinking, like, where does this societal pressure come from? Where, like, as a society, or whether it's cultural, I don't know, but because I feel like we all have it pre-programmed to like a timeline of our life is supposed to, a timeline that our life is supposed to play out in. Like, in your teens, you're supposed to do this. In your early 20s, you're supposed to be here by then. And then, like, by the time you're almost 30, you're supposed to be here in life. Or you're supposed to at least, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it seems like there's a pre-programmed schedule in our society. And I see it often where people who aren't following that, like, quote unquote schedule, they start to feel that pressure of, like, they're fucking up in life or they're behind. And I kind of don't like that because me personally, I feel like who says you have to have anything figured out by a certain age? But that's just my view. Obviously, we'll get into it more. But I wanted to bring it to your guys' attention, see what you guys thought.
Well, have you ever lived by that time frame?
Personally, no, I haven't really.
No.
And that's, you know, so it's hard for me to really, like, relate to, like, somebody who does follow that. Like, because I tried college for a little bit and then I fell off of it. I was doing a career, like, kind of earlier than, like, what the timeline would say. And then I hit the reset button, which caused me to, like, now be behind, I guess you could say. So yeah, like, my life timeline was, like, all over the place, kind of. So I don't really relate to, like, following the predetermined path, but maybe you guys did. I don't know. But you get what I'm saying as far as, like, that pressure, right?
I know exactly what you mean. Like,
Yeah.
people feel like, oh, by the time you're 30, like, you need to be married and have a house, and
like, you're already established in your career,
and you should be solid. You should be set. And I mean, that's not.
You said by 30?
Reality. Yeah, that's what people say. They're like,
Oh, so I got 5 more years? All right, bet.
yeah, but in the past.
That's so funny. That was
5 more years to,
but
to make a time machine.
But I do understand what you're saying, and I feel like it's true with a lot of people. They feel these pressures. You know, I feel like it's more ladies who feel that pressure when it comes to when
Shots fired.
No, I mean that in a sense of, like, you know, women have a biological
clock, having kids.
So they have, you know, but that makes sense because that's more like, okay, they have to have kids before this, or there could be more issues. But I mean, a lot of people put that stigma on with other things, like, oh, I need to, by the time I'm 30, I should have my career should already be set. Like, I should already be having enough money to buy a house. I should be doing this. I should be doing that. And it's not really true because everyone lives their life differently. You know, people come across different obstacles. And just because just because you haven't met that societal, point doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. But I feel like it's not easy for people to understand that.
And I'm going to say everybody lives by this. If you live in a society, then you have the society, the pressure of society. As much as we like to think that we didn't follow a certain type of rule set, we still follow certain rules, right? Because I think in our previous episode, you said that you would see other barbers be at a certain point, and you're like, man, I could be there too,
Mm-hmm.
And we've talked about other people saying like, oh, if I could do this, why? Like we always compare ourselves essentially, we're comparing ourselves to society, to another person, to another anything. We always tend to do it. If they can do it, why can't I? They're there for since so many years, or whatever it may be. It may not be the big massive one where that says like, by 18 you should know what college you should, actually before by 16, 17 you should know what college you're going to go to. By your second year in college, you should pick your career and chosen path. And then you should be, in a relationship coming out of college and getting ready to get married and have children. Like that is kind of like the massive pool of the pressure of society. But I think it's just all statistics, like the more people do it, the more people follow trends, and that is a pressure and that internal clock. Granted, I'm not a woman. But that's once again to assume that you need to have children.
True.
So there's a lot of independent women out there that are just focused on getting their career, getting their house, their homes, or multiple homes, multiple businesses going. That
it kind of falls back on
right.
That.
Children's not in the picture.
At that moment, yeah.
And I think children's in the picture because that's what we're accustomed to. Our parents did it, our grandparents did it, our great grandparents did it. Like, it's just that is the way it is.
And it comes back to that a lot. I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, well, our parents did it. Like, our parents had us when they were, 26 or whatever.
If they could do it, we could do it.
If they could do it, how come we can't? We're making way more money than they were.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, inflation. Mm-hmm. The dollar that they made is not the dollar that we make.
Right.
And their dollar, granted, was harder to make. It went a lot further after they made it. To us, if $100, how fast do you spend $100?
Man, it takes me such a long time. Like, how long was I gone today?
And that was multiple hundreds.
Man, I went to go fix one thing, ended up coming back with.
But yeah, so I mean, but that's just on one aspect of the whole societal graph that people think that they have to live by. But it's not true because, I mean, if you buy your dream house at 20 or you buy your dream house at 50, you're still buying your dream house at the end of the day. It might have took you a little bit longer, but you still got that same goal. And who the fuck is anyone else to be like, oh, well, it's not as impressive because you had to wait so long. That motherfucker houses in LA are over $1 million. Like,
it actually, I actually just saw a post on Instagram today. I shared it. Where the person said, I think it was an example of, pull it up. I'm
he got the
it was an
receipts.
example of.
He wasn't gonna repeat it to word to word.
Of somebody debating on whether or not to go to school. Right? Is that what it is?
See, I know.
Yeah. So it says you're scared to take a 4-year course. Shit. You're scared to take a 4-year course because you're 32, and by the time you're done, you'd be 36. But whether you take the course or not, in 4 years' time, you'll still be 36.
Bet.
Unless you're me, well, you got 5 more years.
So
to
it's
hit 30.
like people who are feeling behind, like, oh, I can't do that or I can't change my career because it's already too late for me. Like, says who? You know what I mean? But you brought up a good point with like, I do feel like a lot of the pressure that we feel is probably self-inflicted in terms of like comparing ourselves. But how much of it would you say is, and I know you understand this in your previous career, like when you talk about how you had a formula, right? Like a formula for your businesses to follow, like your team to follow. Like you tell them to trust the formula because it's proven to work. So does that apply here? Like what like that societal pressure, like, can you say that it's like the proven formula and this is what you're supposed to follow?
I would say yes to the society's benefit. It doesn't necessarily mean to your benefit, right?
I like that.
So the formula is going to work in order to keep the society the way it's intended to, but it doesn't necessarily work individually. One thing I would always say is I would always learn the individuals that I'm teaching. Like I would learn I would learn their horoscopes. Like I'll see what type of person characteristics that they had or they kind of matched to. That way, individually, I could inspire or train them individually, but the whole formula was effective. Like if you do this, this will come out of it, but I had to teach it differently. So if your goal is to get married, have kids, and buy a home, perfect. That the formula how to get there. Now individually, you choose which one suits you best.
Yeah, you decide, like, is that what's gonna make you happy, or if not, call an audible and do something else. Essentially,
correct. And I mean, Steve was right. There is no timeline. There is no timeline to this. Like, a lot of people, and this is where I feel like I lose a lot of people in the way of thinking is we're in such a hurry to get in debt, right? And I use the word debt because it could be financially or it could be emotionally, right? So if we're gonna talk about we rush into getting in a relationship or a marriage, you're getting yourself in debt if you are not financially stable. Right? If you're not good and within yourself and feel grounded and love yourself more than anything, and you know how to take care of yourself, how are you going to be able to take care of somebody else? But we tend to get a loan and say, this person is going to make me happy.
Yeah.
But that person's in debt as well.
Yeah.
So now you got a relationship with two people in debt. Now, granted, I'm using the word debt, but
it's like there was a quote going around the internet a while back. It's probably been on there forever. I don't know. People say Will Smith said it, but you know how
right.
How true those are.
Happiness.
Yeah, but supposedly this quote, not verbatim, says basically, in order to love someone, you have to love yourself first, because to rely on someone else to make you happy is like the most selfish act you can do. You have to bring your own happiness, and then they bring their happiness, and together you share your happiness.
Right.
You shouldn't put it on the other person, basically.
Or it's got to be
make
added,
you happy.
Right? Added happiness, right?
Yeah, because like going back to what you said, like how if it's not right inside and you're trying to put that loan on someone else, like, hey, I need you to make me happy. Then if they don't do it, then you're gonna blow up and be like,
correct.
And they're gonna be like, yo, what the fuck, like.
Or vice versa. So it's just the mindset's going to be like, oh, this person didn't make me happy. And the happiness that is internal. And you know what? Loving yourself is there's a difference between loving yourself and spoiling yourself. All right. A lot of people think, oh, I'm getting this done. I'm buying this because I love myself. Well, if you love yourself, we talked about this. It's never external. It's always internal. Nothing on the outside will make you feel loved or love yourself. It's only within yourself, like the mental strength. But it goes back even with debt. We're so quick to get into a home, but not having our financials ready to actually own a home. Yeah, we could pay for a mortgage, but it doesn't mean we could manage the maintenance on a home.
Yeah, like lawn care, plumbing,
anything,
roof.
Somebody crashes into your freaking gate and the tree falls on their car and they get hurt. Guess what? That's a potential lawsuit for you because your tree fell on them, but yet they crashed into it. Like, there's so many little things. A yard sale. Like, I know these are real small and we're getting off topic, but if I have a yard sale that is not approved by the city and you get distracted by looking at my yard sale and crash, you can actually come and sue me for that accident because I illegally had a yard sale. Noted. Yeah, definitely noted. And like, you're gonna do that. I need a new whip. But it's just crazy. It's little things that we don't think about. We just think about the pressure of I need to get a home.
Yeah, it's what's interesting is I guess there can be connection there with what you guys are saying as far as like like happiness being internal and stuff like that. Like the whole tangent that you guys are going on still I think resonates with the original topic as far as like, because I guess you could say like people who are just following that like societal timeline blindly are like relying on that plan, hoping that it'll make them happy. So, and then that's when you run into the people who like they went to school all those years, they went into debt with financial aid, and then like they got a house, they got their career, but then they're unhappy at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Again, like you were saying, like it's because they didn't really think about what makes them happy. They were just following and hoping that that plan that society has set up for success is what's going to make them happy. But that's, it clearly wasn't my path. I don't think it was any of your guys' path either.
Wasn't my path either.
And my path was, I had to, because a few people have asked me like what my path was, people who are considering like hitting the reset button on their lives. And my answer is always the same. Like, if you're already thinking about it, like that's your heart talking to you. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like you're clearly not happy in what you're doing. If you're already like thinking about something else that you like to do and you're good at, you're just, a lot of times people are just afraid to like let go of that steady like weekly, bi-weekly payment or check, I should say. And then I always tell them like, what are you scared of? Like you're betting on yourself. So if you don't believe that you can do it, then by all means don't do it. But like I always tell them like, I'm pretty sure that you're confident in what you do, which is why you're doing it in the first place and even considering it. So why would you not bet on yourself? Like why do you feel safer betting on this company to do you right that you're working for as opposed to yourself?
Right.
So that's what I always tell them, because again, that's what I did. Like I was already in the career that I wanted to do out of high school without a degree. Like I landed that job and I was fucking miserable, bro. And then, so I had to hit the reset button and work my way back up. So I used to feel like I was behind, that's when I started feeling that pressure. But then once I changed my mindset.
We're going to replay that scene where he said he never felt that, but go ahead.
What's up?
No, I meant like in the terms of like the conventional, the big, getting the house and like going to school. No, but man, no, I lost my train.
Oh, my bad.
So once I like work my way back up, I started like thinking like I was behind. Again, comparing myself, but then I kind of flipped my mindset. Like, no, I'm not behind. I just had like a different path of experience than other like people younger than me did.
Yeah.
Which gives me like a different perspective, and I was at peace with it, and now I'm fucking so glad that I made that decision. You know what I mean?
Now he's clowning.
Now he's clowning.
But going back to what you're saying, there's another quote: "When there's doubt, there's no doubt." So if you're already bringing it up because you have doubt, then there's no doubt. But attachment, I know we've spoken about attachment as well. You mentioned something about not being afraid to leave that check. And the reason I think people struggle with leaving that income is because they're living beyond their means, right?
For sure.
So if you, right? Like, so if you are thinking about making a switch, making a jump, then
like a jump from, I was, just to clarify for yours, I don't think I was clear, like leaving a employed job to like starting your own business or something. That's
correct.
I'm sure that's what you knew what I was saying, but I just want to make sure everybody knew what I was talking about.
Like if you're like, you have a 9-to-5 job, you're an employee, and you're gonna start your own business or do it, even anything, switch careers, even if it's working for somebody else, right? If you're gonna make that decision, don't make it based off of emotions. Like, really put your finances down, see what it's gonna cost to get you out of debt in order for you to make that transition and not get in a hole, So, I mean, even if jumping is in your game plan, don't jump recklessly.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point, Steven.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say like, yeah.
I don't want to cut you off. I don't want to cut you off.
98-18-2.
98 and 90-18-2. Always remember that. 110%. Everything you do, quit your job, do something you like. Nah, but I do feel what you're saying. And a lot of times it is people living out of their means. They don't want to leave their job because they need that money to pay for the car that they bought that they couldn't afford, to pay for the place that they're renting that they couldn't afford. And now they're stuck, or they feel that they're stuck. Mm-hmm. But I mean, the truth is, if they downsize, they can do it. But
total that car, get rid of it.
Yeah. Just total it, you know what I mean? Put a little helmet on. Don't do it. Please don't.
Totally sell it, bro.
No, but yeah,
That's
so people feel stuck, but they're stuck financially. And I mean, I know someone who's going through it right now. 5 years ago, they got a job and they hated it. They're like, I fucking hate my job. It's so stressful. Like, I hate going to work. And I was like, why don't you quit? Oh, no, I can't quit. Like they get benefits. Like, I have medical and they pay for this. And I'm like, okay, cool. Then you don't really hate it that bad. Kept going. Oh, my God. Every time I talk to him, fuck, man, I don't want to go to work. Like, I hate my fucking job. And I'm like, so why don't you quit? Oh, well, nah, I can't quit because, like, I just bought this house and now I have this payment. Like, if I quit, then.
Was he here, like, a couple weeks ago for a haircut?
Nah.
Oh.
And then
You got 2 people then.
yeah, I'm sure there's plenty more. but then they're like, oh yeah, fuck, I hate my job. All right, quit. Oh, well, I can't because I just got this new car and I gotta, like, goddamn. So you just dig yourself deeper. Right. Oh man, to talk to him again 2 years later. Oh, fucking damn, do not want to go to work tomorrow. Like, fuck, I'm dreading going to work. I don't want to go to work. Why don't you just quit? Oh, well, I can't because this and that. And then now we look back and it's like, bro, you've been out of the job for 6 years. Yeah, I know, I fucking hate it. So why don't you quit? Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Like, bro, it took you 6 fucking years to try to be like, no, okay, now I want to quit. Right. Bro, if you would have quit 6 years ago, you could be 6 years in something you like now and be doing better. But because you were so scared, now you're finally wanting to quit. Now you have a lot more to lose.
And society's pressure to get that home, or his relationship partner, to get that home, to get that car, to live a lifestyle that is seen on Instagram,
the pressure just builds.
Right.
The longer you prolong it. But
I will say a quick story about something similar to that. So all right, I'll try to make it as fast as possible. But a guy takes his car to a mechanic, right? And as he goes to talk to get a quote of the mechanic, he hears a dog on the porch, like in the front of the office, just like, crying like,
like what?
And then I had something mean to say, but I'll keep it nice. So the guy, the client goes in like, hey man, like you should really check on your dog. It looks like he's in pain. And the shop owner, the mechanic's like, no, you know what? He's good. He's always doing that. So then he comes back to drop off his car. He goes to drop off his car and he hears the dog again. He's like, yo, man, I'm going to drop off my car, but like, yo, your dog is still crying, man. Like what's up with your dog? Nah, don't worry about the dog. The dog is fine. Finally, he went to go pick up his car and the dog yet again on the porch crying. The guy got so frustrated with the owner of the business saying like, hey, man, if you don't fix your dog or go take it to the vet, like I'm going to call like somebody I'm going to call the authorities on you. And the mechanic finally tells the client, says, hey, man, the dog wakes up every morning and chooses to sit on that nail. If he's crying, it's because he chooses to sit on that nail. He has the whole porch to sit on, but every day he goes up and gets in and sits on that nail. And that's the reality of life.
Yep.
Like we tend to, like if we feel ourselves complaining or we are just unsatisfied with something that's going on in our life, it is us making that decision to sit on that nail. So just kind of, we got it. Hold on. Yeah, get it. Yeah, so just be mindful of that as well, because, I don't know if you guys have heard it as much as other people have heard it. I call that BMW. If you have any issue in life that you are not trying to find at least one solution to, all you're really doing is bitching about it, moaning about it, or whining about it. Like, it's all about finding solutions and getting what you need to get done. Yo, when Steve hits the wrong button.
No, I meant to hit that one, bro. That's a Confucius right there.
Oh.
I
thought that was Donovan. It says Donovan right there.
My bad.
That's racist.
It's not racist.
Nah, but yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point, and I feel like it's true. A lot of people do that, And I preach it so much because I went through the same thing. I wanted to do this. I changed it. You guys heard the story if you've been watching. And I mean, it's true, bro. Like, you know, the pressure of society and all that. At the end of the day, it's all bullshit, but you got to realize that it's bullshit and just live your fucking life. If you're unhappy, you can change that shit. That's another episode. You guys should watch that. Being in control. You're in control of your life. You're in control of your emotions. You can change that shit. It's possible.
Very, very, very true. It is all up to you.
It goes back to the conversation we had before, you know, controlling the controllables.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're not happy with your situation, like you're in complete control of it, regardless of whatever pressures you feel from society. Like if you're gonna feel that pressure regardless. So why are you choosing to sit on the nail?
Right.
Yeah.
And I have a question for you guys now, even though it's your question, but I'm going to ask
Shoot.
it. Do you feel that pressure actually gets you to do stuff, right? So if you're pressured to get a home or get a car or get a wife or a husband, does that pressure force you or make you act on it?
It does. So
I'm
I
sure
mean,
for a lot of people it
it
does.
can positively affect you. But I mean, if you're just not doing it because you're being lazy, you're like, that pressure might help you get it in gear to get what needs to be done. But because it's being done rushed now, it's not basically on your terms. You think it's on your terms because you're like, I'm gonna go do it.
Not only rush, but like just pressured and like not even necessarily what you want to do.
Exactly. So then you can fall into that negative effect of, well, shit, I wanted to buy a house, so I went and got this job, but now I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
But I only got this job because I felt the pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got what you wanted, but you went at it the wrong way.
The wrong energy.
Yeah.
Once again, I feel like I'm on both sides. For sure, I'm not on society's schedule, but I'm on some type of schedule that is around me, that is surrounded by what we do, right? It might not be society, but it could be this industry schedule, right? So I'll give an example for myself. Like I see others, completing tasks, and I am like, I say it's my blessing and my curse. If they can do it, I can do it. And just because I see it online, then I try to figure out how to do it, because I see the results that they're getting, going back to the formula. They have a formula for their success. So then I just need to understand what they're doing to get that to be successful, and I can replicate it. Just do it in our style, So, I mean, the pressure is good. You actually put pressure on yourself to accomplish what you want to accomplish. Yeah. So it's not so much because everybody's doing it, so then I want to do it. I'm going out to try to find, like, I want to go do what they're doing because of the results that they're getting.
Yeah.
Not because it's
So in this one book I'm reading, he actually talks about that. He talks about getting a mentor. So, and the reason he says to get a mentor is because you look up to people that are doing what you want to do, or they're getting results that you want to get. So you go talk to those people and you find out what they did to get there. You know what I mean? So that's basically what you're saying.
Right.
So that's just to reiterate that, like, put some actual facts behind it. Like, that's not, like, that's an actual method. You know what I mean? To get that shit.
Yep. We got to know what we want first, and that goes back to internal. Like, we always talk about loving ourselves. Man, I'm gonna take this whole topic on a turn. Unconditional love. Like, I don't think there's a such thing as unconditional love. Everything is based off of benefits, right? And in order for you to love yourself, you got to see benefits within yourself. So if I expect this out of me, like, I want this for me, so I expect to do this to get that result. Like, there's always going to be a one side to get provide for another side. You want to get married. Oh, I'm in love with this person. Well, you're seeing the benefits out of that person. Now, are you guys coming together to understand that benefit, right?
Yeah.
I know it's a touchy subject, bro. Everybody. But even with, I'll break it down to animals. Sometimes we love our pets and it's unconditional love. No, it's not. It's because they know that they're getting fed, covered. They're getting something out of it. Even children. Even children. Then again, I don't have children, but
Did
children,
you know of?
right, that I claim on my taxes. So if I don't claim them, I don't have them. But like, even children, like, you have kids that hate their parents because what others got, what was provided wasn't provided for them, right? Yet you have other people that love their parents, and we like to think that's unconditional love, but it's it's an exchange of benefits. What do you guys think? I took this turn real quick, huh?
Yeah, baby.
I feel like this conversation can go a lot of ways, so maybe we should table this one for another episode because that's a very touchy subject.
Why is it touchy, bro? You getting touched?
No, I'm just saying like there's a lot to dissect with that.
All right, bet.
Stay tuned for the next.
I was trying to connect it to society. You know, society tells us that there's true love. Society tells us that there's the one for you. You know, like your soulmate. You know,
I found my soulmate, bro.
yeah, bet. And then, nah, just kidding.
That's fucked up.
Hey, I'm just saying, like it's hard to say in the vast mass of this world that the one person that is meant for your soul just happens to live in the city you're in.
She lived 4 states away, bro.
What you got to say about that?
I'm pretty sure they live in the same city right now, bro.
Not at the time. though.
After some traveling.
It's awkward. So, fight it. You're taking too long. One time, player. One time.
Bro, I didn't even know if it was hidden, bro.
Yeah, we'll table it off because Donovan fucking killed it. But let's go again.
I think
Do I reclap?
no.
Oh,
No, keep it. So that way, what are you gonna reclap?
I don't know.
What?
You want to reclap because
Leave it in there so everyone can see what an asshole you are.
Steven, you gonna let him talk to you like that, Don?
Damn.
Anyways, you know what the fuck it's time for.
Once again, you didn't dance, bro.
It's not my thing. It's not my thing,
Oh, come on,
TTS.
start it,
That's that
baby.
shit.
It's time for that TTS segment. That's that shit.
That we all love.
Yep. Donovan, you go first since you're the one that want to play it. Run it, bro. Give me that TTS.
TTS. All right, let's see here. Fuck. Okay, I thought I was about to freestyle one off the top of the dome, but
Damn.
Obviously,
Thomas.
he didn't learn from the last episode, bro.
Mr. Leche, we'll let you go first. You never go first.
All right, bet. TTS, my that's that shit moment goes when I try to make a pivot in the conversation, but they didn't trust my end result connecting it to the segment of the episode, and they killed the whole thing.
is it that or is it
That's that shit. Sir, you skipped your moment. It's my turn to talk. That's that shit. Steven, what's your that's that shit?
My that's that shit for today is, you guys ever pump gas in your car? You're pumping gas in your car, and for some reason the gun keeps jumping.
Yeah.
You like pull it, it's like, toof. You pull it, it's toof. And you're like, bruh. You pull it, it's pop, and you're like, bruh.
Every 50 cents.
And you're like, bro, I really gonna have to stand here and fight with this gas pump for 20 gallons? Really, bro? Pop. That's that shit, bro. Fix the gas pumps.
I go through that a lot too.
Yeah.
Bet.
I hate that
I like
shit.
that one. Hold on, let me give it that. Cha-ching.
or when like the latch doesn't lock and you have to stand there and it's
And
cold
hold
as
that
fuck
shit.
and
Yeah.
hold that shit.
Yeah. And there's a crackhead coming up to you asking for money.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, I need to
You
crack
know-
that day.
My that's that shit is if there's a day where I'm just like I'm cool, I don't have nothing to complain about, but y'all give me that's that shit that I don't have. Like, I'm sorry, I don't have nothing to complain about. I'm sorry,
He's had a great day, man.
but that's that shit. They give me shit for not having something to complain about. That's that shit right there. What's he got?
We know that's that bullshit, weak ass, top of the head, had nothing to say, and he's gonna say he had nothing to complain about.
Oh, man.
Get the
Hey, you know it's good. You know it's good.
not good. I didn't buy that shit for 1 second, bro. That's that shit.
That's
my
that
that's
shit.
that shit. I
Damn,
don't got
that's
nothing to
that
complain
shit.
about.
Donnie can't think on top of his
Hey,
head,
man,
can't think on his feet.
I just got approved for a new studio in downtown. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
living
Holidays
living
coming
large
up, my
right
favorite
now,
time
bro.
of year. I'm good. I ain't got
Same.
nothing to complain
I love the
about.
holidays.
So what you said earlier wasn't a complaint?
About what?
You don't remember now, huh?
No, I don't remember.
That's that shit.
That's that shit.
Yo, we're back from That's That Shit. I promise you guys, I promise, Donnie will be better prepared for next episode. You know, you saw from the last episode he wasn't prepared. In this episode, he's not prepared. One day he'll get a full episode where he's prepared. But bring it in, man. Wrap it up. Let's see what is it that you feel that you still are following society's schedule, and why do you think it's important or not important? Whoever wants to speak first.
I mean, one thing that I am following society's schedule is actually trying to purchase a house. That's one of the biggest things. And I mean, I don't know if it's so much about societal pressure, but I know it does play a part in it. But, you know, I just want to own my own piece of property and just have something called mine that I can build on. I can do renovations in the house. I can do stuff, and it's going to be for me, for my family. Have a garage because I like working on mechanics and just having space. For those of y'all who don't know, I used to be an aviation mechanic, so, you know, I can get my hands dirty. No, but yeah,
That's episode 4.
So yeah, I mean, I'd say in a way society plays a part of that because, you know, around my age is usually when people are like, oh, I have to buy a house, but I just want to own something for myself. So,
Donovan?
I'm prepared.
Hey, bro, you know how I am. I got to process. I'm processing right now, right?
This is your topic, bro. How do you not know how to close your topic?
No, you asked something completely different than what my topic was. Stop it. Not completely different. Like, it's still along the lines, but, like, that's not what my topic was, though. So you're asking a new question, like, how is there anything that I'm following society's norms with, essentially?
Right.
And I don't think so.
Bet.
But maybe after some processing, I'll maybe find something. But
So in episode 20, he'll come back with
What about you?
For me, I think, a lot of things. I think I do follow the to know what's out there. To I think it's more in my career though, more in my business. Like how can I keep elevating my business, comparing it to other businesses? I just don't feel the pressure. Like I don't have a timeline. Like, oh, I got to get done by this age. But I do love the fact that I see other people, I see what they're doing, and I love what they're doing, and I try to implement it here. But if I really didn't care about it, and if I really didn't care about, you know, society, then I wouldn't try to, you know, be keeping up with the best out there, you know. So I think I put that pressure on myself to be, all right, what else can I do? What else can I do? I mean, you guys are witnesses. How many times do I change the shop around, you know? Yeah. Like, it's a constant change. Is it flowing right? Is it going correct? Like, what is it that I'm missing? I go visit other states. I go to a shop. Man, I love how this feels. How can I implement it back here, you know? So, I don't know if that's societal pressure
or if that's just you comparing.
Or me comparing. Or me wanting to be the best.
Could be a mixture of both.
Yeah.
I feel like.
But when it comes to, like, oh, it's going to be a touchy subject. I'm going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. When it comes to wearing a fucking mask, or when it comes to, like, you know, following a TikTok dance, or following, just the propaganda that's on a certain news, that for sure I stay away from. But that mask when needed, but I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things that I don't follow. But when it comes to where I can see, you know, once again, that mutual benefit, if I do this, I see where I myself or everybody here can benefit out of it, then I chase after it. I hope I answered that question right.
It was your question, so.
Donnie, you got anything yet?
It was his topic though, so.
Nah, like I was saying, like I don't think, like, because when I think
that's
of that,
it, and that's the end. That's a wrap. Got his ass.
yeah, I don't like when I think of the conventional, like, American dream type of, like, life timeline. I think I'm way off. You know what I mean?
Steven is the only one following it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's over
Just
here
'cause I
trying
want
to
a
get
house.
married and house and have children.
Man,
He wants a big Texan family. He wants to hear all these little.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell motherfucker yeah.
That's good.
Let's get.
Y'all ain't coming to my house either. Fucking.
Bet. Ain't nobody trying to clean
stay
your
the fuck
house.
on the street, bro.
We know how messy you are. Jen already told us how messy you are.
Hey, come
bro.
through, but stay the fuck on the street. You feel me?
You heard it. Once he has his house, we're gonna put the address on his YouTube channel so y'all could go visit him.
Come through. Just not let you.
Bet. No, I'm just kidding. All right, baby. Love you guys. Hope you guys found this really good information. If you guys don't find anything good about it, let us know. We don't, we fuck with the criticism. But if you are digging it, hit the like button, comment below, subscribe, hit that bell, and let us know what's good.
And hit that share button too. Send to somebody. Put them on. Anybody who likes open conversations like this, send them or send us their way. Yeah, send us their way. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Spread the love, man.
Sharing is caring. All right.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
Later.